Hello all, this is Ramakant Gupta. I have total 17.5 years experience into IT industry. In today's topic, we are going to understand the installation of a Linux operating system on Windows machine. As a fresher, as a student, as a college student, or as an IT professional, most of the people might have come across this point for the installation of a Linux operating system on Windows machine. Either it could be for learning purpose, understanding the commands for the Linux system, right? So in this agenda, we are going to understand how to install and how to configure the Linux operating system. It's a three-step task. In the first step, we understand downloading and installing Oracle Virtual Toolbox. In the second step, we are going to understand downloading and installing the Ubentu ISO file. In the third step, we are going to create a virtual memory for using the ISO file which we have downloaded. Okay, so first go to your Chrome or go to your Internet Explorer and download VirtualBox for Oracle. Okay, once you click that link, it will give you the VirtualBox for different platforms. As our agenda is to download and install on the Windows machine, so under Windows machine, click the Windows installer. Okay, now similar way, download the Ubuntu desktop ISO file. Okay, so once this two things has been downloaded, it will come something in your download folder. This is something like a virtual box which will come, and second is the ISO file for the Ubuntu operating system. So you click the virtual box. It's very easy step since I've already done the installation. So okay, once you click here, it will pop up a window, and here you click. Since I've already done the installation, so it's asking me to either repair or remove, right? But it's very intuitive and a self-explanatory step for the installation of VirtualBox. And you just click next, and your task will be done. It's a simple way. So once the installation has been completed, the virtual box will look something like this. So this is basically a virtual box manager. This virtual box manager helps us to do the configuration of a virtual memory for different operating systems. Okay, so here I have done for Ubuntu, but again I'm just going to show you how this can be done. Okay, you click on new button over here. Okay, so all this step I have already covered in my PPT. I will take you through the PPT. Okay, so what we are doing now, we are creating the virtual memory for Ubuntu operating system. So in the first field, you define the name of your virtual memory. In the second field, you define the path where your virtual memory is going to stay. And in the third path, in the third field, we have to specify the ISO file of the Ubuntu which we downloaded. Okay, here uh, for the virtual memory, you have to define the username password. It should be password protected, so you have to define all those detail over here. Here this item is very important, guest addition. So what happened when we install the virtual memory, the size of that will be small, but if you want to have the virtual memory similar to Windows, how we can resize the window size, right? So this additional installation is required. You select this checkbox and click next. Okay, here now we are going to define the different hardwares information for our virtual memory. So here we define how much RAM is it's going to take. So here my machine have 16 GB of RAM. Out of that, how much you want to allocate for this virtual memory? So I have allocated something 4 MB. That's sufficient for us. And then for your laptop or for your desktop, this is the maximum CPU core which is available on your machine. Right. So you can define like a one CPU, two CPU. It's just for experiment purpose. You can define a one or two. Right. Even though it's a customizable after your configuration, you can again edit this information. Okay. Next step is like a virtual hard disk. Right. So this is my this is the maximum 20 maximum size 2 TB is my disk size. Out of that, how much you want to allocate? So I have given 24 GB for this. That's more than sufficient for us. Okay, next, click the next button. Here it's a summary. So in the summary, it's going to display me what is going to be the name of your virtual memory, how much RAM you are going to allocate, how much disk space you are going to allocate. All those information, it's displayed over here. Okay, after this is done, now next step is like we have to we have to do the configuration of Ubuntu operating system on our machine, right? So in the first step, it will ask you select the language. For us, the for me the preference is English. I have selected English language, but you can select your language. Okay, next, some accessibility perspective, we can do some settings. I have kept as a default one. Okay, next is like the keyboard, right? So here at bottom it give you option. You can type any keyword and automatically it understand and select the keyboard, right? If you are in different country, or if you are using the keyboard of different languages, right? So accordingly you can select the keyboard. Okay, so here like I can do the I can select the option. I have selected install Ubuntu. By mistake here the option is coming as a try Ubuntu. You have to select the install Ubuntu option, and there will be next button. Okay, next it will ask you to check the internet connectivity, and there are some additional packages it will install. Okay, yeah, this option we have to select for interactive installation. Okay, default selection, I have not done any additional selection, so I have kept as a default selection. Yeah, select the checkboxes. This is required for the graphical representation of Ubuntu. Okay, this is one of the most important point: erase disk and uninstall Ubuntu. So some people feel that it may erase the hard disk of your machine, but it's nothing like that. It basically clean up the virtual memory disk that is purely inside the virtual memory, nothing to deal with your local operating system hard disk. So you just select this. Okay, next. Okay, so this is the account. Now what we are doing, we are creating the account for the operating system Ubuntu. So here I have created the user account to log into the Ubuntu machine and the password. Okay, here it will ask you to select the region, in which region you are staying. So I am from India, so I have selected my region. Okay, now it will just give you the summary of all the information which you have selected and do the installation. So after installation, it takes some time, around 3 to 4 minutes for completing this installation. Again, it depends on your network speed. So after the installation, the screen will look something like that. Let me take you through the virtual memory manager. Okay, so after the installation, it will be over here. It will display you the virtual memory which you have installed. Okay, so this is the name of the virtual memory I have installed. Okay, now what you can do is select that virtual memory and click start button. Okay, so here is starting up that virtual memory for me. Yeah, so it has come up on the different machine. Let me bring you on the this machine. It's coming up. It may take some time to start. So meanwhile, let me pause the video, and once it come up, I will restart the video. Okay, so the Ubuntu operating system has come. This is the username. This is basically the name which it displays. Okay, so I click over here. It was a password protected. Remember the password. Now let me enter the password and enter inside the system. So what is doing? It's basically has started the operating system. uh, as how we normally log into our Windows machine or Linux machine. Same way it started the operating system, and now we are logging into the machine. It takes few seconds for logging into the machine. Okay, it started. Okay, so here like there's a show app. You can click over here. Now this is like this is a Ubuntu operating system. You can do your R&D, POC, anything. I can click over here. Okay, okay. Now I can enter any command. It's a Linux operating system. You can enter any command. You can get the output, date, all those things, right? Okay. So that's it all for this video. I hope this video was helpful for you. It's I just try to explain you people in a very simple way for the installation of Linux operating system on Windows machine. Uh, that's it from my side. Thank you all.